This is Keith and Alex coming to you from To Be Continued Comics, and this is our first YouTube show, and we are going to have a discussion about one of the many topics that we generally talk about here in the shop. And the first one is whether or not white pages matter on a comic book.
So to be fair, context has to be laid out so people understand why I'm not necessarily against why white pages matters, but why I feel that it doesn't matter.
Well, go ahead.
All right, so simple. The easiest way to look at it is you go to a convention, you got X dollar in your pocket. I want this certain book that I've been wanting for forever. I get there, it's on the shelf, I'm gonna buy it because it's part of my PC, my personal collection. Not looking at how great it is, how bad it is. It's the joy to wanting to collect that book because I want it that bad. So when you're looking at it, you're talking to the dealer, you're talking to whoever it is, you're not asking, hey man, does that have white pages? No.
What if it has white pages?
Then it has it. It doesn't mean that it's making a difference.
We're getting to the same old argument we always get into.
Well, that's the whole point of this.
Okay, can I go now?
Go ahead.
Okay, fine.
Give me your 2 cents.
All right, okay, here's the beginning of my 2 cents. We're gonna use a couple examples here, okay?
As you guys can see, though, to be clear, he's got freaking props. I got a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I got a few props. I got a cup of coffee too. All right, so the first book here is X-Men 12, first appearance of Juggernaut, and it's a 6.0. We made sure to get the same grade comics. Okay, it's a 6.0, and this book right here has cream to off-white pages. Okay, it's not the same comic, same grade. And here, Amazing Spider-Man number 7, second appearance of the Vulture, 6.0, and this bad boy has off-white pages. Now, let's just say,
please enlighten me.
Please, let's just say that it was 2 Juggernauts here. One of them had cream to off-white, and one of them had off-white pages.
Got it.
Which book is the better book?
The better book for you.
Oh gosh, no, that's
what it's going to be. But that's what it's always going to be.
Cop-out. What book is the better book?
So if they're both 6.0, actually, so you can't look inside the book. So you're looking at the presentation.
So what if they were ungraded? And one of them had off-white pages, and one of them had cream to off-white pages.
Well, then you don't care about the
There's
white.
An inside
no,
to the comic.
When it's raw, no one's gonna say, "Man, this book looks white. Man, it's brown."
Yes, they are.
No, they
I
don't.
will.
They look at the outside of the book, see how many ticks they got, how crumpled up, how the cover looks. No one says, "Man, let me look at the page quality."
So your argument is that nobody looks at the inside of the book.
When would you ever have somebody say, "Hey, man, what's the page quality of this book?"
Okay. Hold on a
None.
second. Hold on a second. So whoever comes in this comic shop, the people that have been coming to this comic shop for 5.5 years, and if I looked at you and said, Alex doesn't look inside the comic book, and I told them that,
fair,
every one of them would have been like, you're crazy. That's the first thing he does. You're a reader.
I am a reader.
So you look at the book, and you look on the inside of the book, and if one of them is cream to off-white, because you can definitely tell cream pages.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tell cream pages, and you open up a book, and it has white pages. Are you going to tell me that if they're both of them are equal everywhere else, but it's just not a 6.5, that 6.0 is not better?
If I were to put 10 customers coming in this shop, 10, maybe 3 of those are going to dig that deep. The rest of them just going to buy the book.
My argument is that's not true.
Bullcrap.
Okay, fine. If we go to Baltimore Comic-Con, how many people are going to think otherwise?
That's a sore subject.
What do you mean that's a sore subject? No. If we go to Baltimore Comic-Con, how many people are going to think otherwise?
If we're setting up or we're buying.
Okay, fine.
It's a difference.
Let me ask you this. So let's say they're both Juggernauts. Both of them are 6.0s.
Okay.
And one of them has better page quality. Would you or would you not expect to pay more money for that one with better page quality?
See, then that becomes a whole nother argument. Why we say that? Because we got this pointless book.
Wait.
This pointless book.
No. We're not
Time
there
out
yet.
though.
We're
But
not there
to
yet.
get there, it's based off of if it's both the same grade, right? Nowhere. See, this is where you're going to always get me.
I think you're stumbling now.
No,
My question is,
not.
what book would you pay more for?
The book that looks better. I can't argue that.
They're both 6.0s.
But
They're both graded. One of them has better page quality than the other, which happens all the time.
Yeah.
So why would you not go with the one with better page quality? Would you not expect to pay more? Is that the problem you have, that you're probably going to have to pay more? Because if we ask everyone that comes in this comic shop that goes and buys bigger books, they're going to tell you that white pages carries a premium.
To be fair, my community, my favorite community, to be fair, I love books, love comics. But it's hard for me to distinguish a 6.0 price-wise, white pages, no white pages, because there's nothing that really tells me that. Yes, as a industry when you're looking at stuff that looks better, prime condition, you expect it to put a higher price. But there's nothing that tells me that. So at the end of the day, when I'm going to go buy a book, I'm buying the book, what I can afford.
Okay, but that negates the argument. There is no argument.
But
what you're telling me is that you agree that the page quality matters.
Not saying that I agree. It's just, yeah, you always want the better looking one. But if it's graded, you don't give a crap the inside. You can care about what the way it presents.
What? Then why do they put it on there?
You really want to go there? Why
No,
they put it in there?
Hold on a second.
We
Do
know
I need to
why
bring
they
this
put
up?
it in there.
Do I need to bring this
You
up?
can bring that.
Okay, fine. For those of you, I'm going to assume that mostly everyone that's watching this knows when the OWL card is.
Okay, maybe 2 people.
No, that's a
Two
lie.
people.
That's a lie. Everyone in this shop right now knows what it is. Minus Tony.
That's a bad
Tony.
argument here.
Now, all I'm saying is that these exist for a reason. When you open one of these, they talk about page quality.
Okay.
Every grade talks about page quality.
Okay.
And it's allowable page quality in a certain grade.
This is the
Page
issue I got.
quality matters.
This is what I got about page quality, right? So you can have a book that's, let's just use a 5.55, 4.5, whatever the case may be. Page quality, let's say one that says white, one says off-white. One that says white, the front cover may be jacked up. The one that's off-white may have better presenting cover.
Well, now we're getting into what grades are
No,
what.
I got
That's
it.
totally different.
No, but when you're looking at the same book and then quality, you're looking at what you want better for you. So you're gonna get the one that looks better. You're
That's not the
you
discussion.
Can't open
The discussion is whether or not the white pages carries a premium and if it matters.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. I can give you multiple examples that happened in this comic shop over the years about people trying to talk to me and tell me that white pages don't matter, and as soon as they buy the book and they own the book, they go bragging that it actually has white pages. It happens all the time.
That's because they want something to say.
No, that's not what they want, because they know within the industry white pages matter. It carries a premium. First thing Joe said when we talked to him about this, he goes, "Yeah, white pages carries like a 10% premium." And Joe's been collecting, comics since the Ice Age.
When you're looking at that aspect, that's just something that we created in the market.
I agree with you there,
when
but
you're looking
it's actually created, meaning it actually exists.
At the end of the day, though, when you're looking for a book, again, this book here, right? It's a first. Got it.
I'm still trying to understand your point. Every time we have this conversation, I'm trying to understand your point.
You're getting the book, right? So you're looking at investing in buying this book. So
I understand that 100%.
So when you're looking at people who sell them, these flippers that are out there, right? They're going to sell it for 6.0 what 6.0 goes for.
Are we flippers? We sell comics.
No, we're not flippers.
Well, then I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Well, I'm just going off of people who are trying to buy it. That don't matter to them if it's white or off-white. That's what I'm getting at. They're not caring what it is.
Okay,
they're going to put the premium cost on.
I'm asking you, as someone who sold comics in this shop for over 5.5 years and been to con after con.
Fair though, man.
No. Con after con, I'm asking you that question. Would you, if you're behind the table and you're selling a book for To Be Continued Comics, I'm going to ask you this question.
Fair enough.
If we were selling a book for To Be Continued Comics and we have white page giant size in a 7.0 and a giant size with off-white pages in a 7.0, are you going to charge more for the white pages?
Am I? I'm going to be like, I need to know the price point of this book.
You're going to pass it off on to me.
Yeah, because
What if
I
I'm
can't
not
do
there?
that.
What if I escape the table and I go and I walk around the con? Are you or are you not going to put a premium on the white pages? Because you at heart know that the inside of the book matters just as much as the front cover and the back cover. If there's one thing that bugs me about comic collectors, it's the ones that look for the spine ticks and everything else, and they totally negate the inside of the book.
And that's like more than half.
No, you should be the guy who's like, at least you have to open it.
Every collector you see at conventions, they're not, a handful are going to ask you, man, that's really white. They're going to look at the book, they're going to look at the exterior, and they want to know it's complete.
Within a holder, they're not going to be able to say,
Even
well,
when
that's
it was
really
raw.
white.
Even when it was raw.
No. You know how many guys open up Golden Age books and Silver Age books and count the pages and then look at the
Counting
page
pages I got.
Okay, so what do you say about the staples? What if the staples are rusty? Does it matter, or do you just want the book? Totally different topic.
That is a totally different topic.
No, okay, but the page quality matters. Everything about this comic matters when you talk about grade.
The concept of the book matters. It's a first. That's the selling
That's
point.
actually a second.
Well, okay,
Get it?
I say.
Yeah, you're embarrassing yourself.
Either way.
No,
know,
no, I'm
either
telling
way.
you, come on. I would think everyone out there is going to agree with me on this one. The overall book which means the inside, the back cover, the front cover, the suppleness of the pages.
So the difference is, if you're a collector buying books, you're gonna buy what you can get. It is what it is. You can buy what you can get. If you're in the business of reselling books and stuff, then yes, you're looking for the top quality books to sell.
We are.
Exactly. We are, but we don't distinguish. We're just gonna say, man, we got this book, it's a 6.0. It's Vulture, number 2.
You didn't answer my
Come
question.
have it.
So you're basically going to wait for that guy at the table for me to come back to the table to give him a price on a giant size. If for some reason there's no price on it, because we have different page qualities.
I won't do that. I will find the.
So when Bobby was in here trying to buy the Amazing Spider-Man 1 that we had in a 4.0 with white pages, and he looked me dead in the eye and told me white pages don't matter. And then after he bought it, and he told everybody how great it was because it had white pages.
I mean, he was proud of his book. I'm not gonna knock that.
He was proud of the fact that it had white pages.
I bet he would have bought it even if it didn't have white pages.
No, but the fact that it had white pages was
That's
was
always a
premium.
plus. But
Ah!
it's always a plus.
No,
yes.
you just said it.
It's a
You-
plus.
you just said it.
But he will still buy the book if it didn't. If it presented well, I bet he would have bought it. If
What
it
if
was
what
off-white,
if it just had cream to off-white?
he would have bought it.
He might have bought it, but I probably wouldn't have charged him a premium. And he knew it.
That's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna argue that. That's just what it is. But I'm willing to
What
bet.
are we arguing?
If he wanted the book, he would have bought it no matter if it was white or not off-white. He would have got the book because he wanted the book. That's my
So
point.
your whole argument is that people are just going to buy the book they want regardless of the page quality. What if it's a Spider-Man 1? What if it's an AF-15? What if it's a Detective Comics 27?
Then buy the one they can get.
I mean, we can get into these and talk these so we're
if
blue
we
in the
get
face.
into these, then we're looking at a different concept. We're evolving what this book, because you know how, if anyone doesn't know me, I'm not the biggest fan of graded books. I'm not the biggest fan of CGC at all. It's just I don't agree with their how they monopolize the industry. But
What?
no here or there. No here or
Okay, yeah,
there.
we can talk about that later.
No here or there. But I already figured out what I wanted to use for CGC, man.
Okay,
It's
answer
still
my
a good-looking
question.
book.
Answer my question.
I can't.
Why
Because,
not?
Because at the end of the day, when a customer's looking to buy a book, they're gonna buy what they can get. Does it matter? That's been my argument. I will say yes, if it's a white book, then it says it's white because they put it on this stupid label, it makes it something. That's no different than when they put those Venom or the superhero little label on there. They made that into a premium garbage. All right. So
Okay, fine, it's garbage, but it doesn't negate the fact that you have to consider the whole quality of the book, which means the
but I
inside,
always argue
outside,
it.
back cover, front cover.
When you're looking at
ticks,
Silver
whatever.
Age books, even Golden Age books, you know, a lot of lower grades, because that's what a lot of them are, right? There's such a wide variety of how they graded it and how it looks. There's no. At the end of the day, if a customer or a collector wants a certain book, they're not going to care what it
Would
is
you
because they
would
want
you
the
not
book.
agree? Would you or would you not agree that if a book from 1962 or 1963, so let's go further back, 1940, let's say Captain America 1. Let's just say that one
Got
of
it.
them for some reason has off-white pages or white pages.
Got it.
Okay? And one of them has tan. Wouldn't you agree that the interior of that book has degraded more than the one with white pages?
That's tan in the inside?
Yes.
It probably will sit in the sun a little longer, but go ahead.
Okay, which means the book is not as in good a shape.
Yeah, but then they can't grade it the same. That's again, that's a whole
No,
other
because
topic.
there's allowable freaking
No,
grades.
there's not.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
So you're saying that a book can't have cream to off-white pages and get a certain grade? Because the books actually say that.
It's contradicting, but
A little bit, but not totally.
It's very much contradicting.
Well, I'm asking you, would you not agree that one of them has deteriorated more on the inside?
Yes,
So how can you not say that one of them is a better quality book?
but I'm not saying that the quality is the determining factor. That's not my
Yeah,
argument.
because my argument is that white pages matter. It means that the book on the inside is a better quality book.
See,
it hasn't degraded as
I guess the
much.
field is different. I'm looking at it as a person that's going to go buy a book. I'm not looking at that aspect of it because I'm looking to fulfill my grail, my book, my whatever it is that I'm going
Let's
after.
just say- let's
that's
just
how
say-
I look at it. They're not
okay,
caring
okay, fine.
if it's off-white or not.
I have another question.
Like as an example, Heroes Con, that dude that bought the 129, he said, I want that.
Because it was priced properly.
No here or there. He did not once say, man, is that white inside? Or was it, no, I want that.
A lot of people.
And what he
you
did,
know what? Look,
he bought
look, I will agree with you. A lot of people look at the number grade and they go, and that's all they care about. That's all they care about.
That's my point. So it doesn't matter. That's my argument.
Not your point.
But that's my argument. Is the fact
That
that
you
they
should
don't
only
care.
look at the number grade and not worry about the whole quality of the book.
I'm referring to what customers, a lot of customers out there, especially this new breed of customers out there, they're just looking for the highest grade. They don't really not looking at if it's white or off white. They're getting the book because they want the book. For whatever purpose the hell they're gonna do with it, that's what they want.
But the argument is if white pages matter or not. Okay, it's not if it matters to you or to me.
Yeah, but
the argument is if white pages matter.
Well, it doesn't matter to me.
That's not fair.
What do you mean it's not fair?
Because you're negating the whole argument. The argument is if whether or not white pages matter. Do they matter or not?
It's my argument. My argument says it doesn't matter. Does it matter for
you've
selling?
lost-
Sure.
I don't
got
think
it.
you have a valid point.
That is a valid point.
not a valid
that
point.
dude that came and said, I want that book, I bought it. He just went right at it.
And you can't argue that page quality doesn't matter when
And
okay,
then-
and you can't say,
okay.
well, then they shouldn't have graded it that way because look, here's another thing. Like, okay, this is Overstreet. We won't use CJC. This is Overstreet. So Overstreet gives you a graph in here that tells you how many defects are allowed in a 6.0. Okay, so if a book has 10 pages or brittle pages, they can consider that a defect. Okay,
Fair.
so not all 6.0s are created equal because all 6.0s, if I open it up, it'll tell you, I don't know the exact number, but they have somewhere between 8 to 14 allowable defects in grade. So that means certain defects mean more than others. And they're just doing that as a variance. Now, a simple fact that both of these have 6.0, both of them are 6.0, one of them has white pages and one of them has off-white, would mean the one with the white pages overall throughout the book is a better quality book. It hasn't degraded or deteriorated as much, which means white pages carries a premium.
Got it.
You just don't want to say it.
Okay.
You just don't want to say it.
No, I'm not. Because okay.
You're
As
like
for
you're
selling,
lingering, you're
no.
lingering in this like
No. So
gray area.
But that's where
of, I think collectors should just have that book.
No. Well, yeah.
That's what
if
you're
they,
doing.
If they want the book, they're gonna buy what they can get. So yeah, they get whatever they can get. Off white or white, got it. I can't not say yes. I have to agree with you that when you're looking at putting a price tag on the book,
I
and
mean
selling
overall
off the
quality.
shelf.
I'm not even going into what you should price it at. I'm talking about overall quality of the book.
Yeah,
So-
but then that's other factors too. Other
not other
contributing
factors.
Yeah, man, you gotta look
That
at.
means does white pages matter on that comic? And that's why we use comics in two grades that are the same. So if one of them is carrying a better page quality, then that means the interior of that book is better than that one. And guess what? There's one cover, there's one back page. How many pages are on the inside? A lot more than 2.
Yeah.
Right? So to me, that means that the book carries a premium if the pages are white.
All right. At the end of the day, yes. As a selling point, we're always gonna sell the best quality book, and I can't argue that. My argument will always stand as a buyer. I'm going to a convention. I'm going to whatever the case may be. I save whatever I saved up. There's a certain book that I want, and I'm gonna buy
That's
that
so many
book I want.
variables. Okay, I'm gonna let you
But
go.
it's not
Go
that
ahead.
there's a
No,
lot
go
of
ahead. Go ahead.
variables.
Go
It's
ahead.
at the end of the day, if I want this book, I'm gonna buy the book. Right? So as a buyer, as a collector, I'm looking at the book for me, my personal PC. Not looking at it for any other reasons for my personal PC. That argument will always stand is they're not looking at all the variables of condition of the book. They just want the book to put in their PC. And that will always be.
Okay, my turn.
Go for it.
All right. Okay, can I have the book?
No.
Look, I think what you're doing is adding way too many variables.
Oh, boy.
Way too many variables. To me, there are no variables. There's just the same grade, the fact that there's multiple pages in that comic, there's not just a cover, there's not just a back, and you have to look at the overall quality of the book. And I've said it a million times. We can talk about OWL cards, grading books, grading manuals to death. But the bottom line is, when I go to major cons, Baltimore Comic Con, New York Con, Heroes Con, C2E2, and I see multiple people grabbing books, most people don't pick up a Golden Age book without opening it because they want to make sure that the page quality is good inside that book, that the staples aren't rusted.
They're looking at
And they're counting the pages. They're doing everything. So I'm going to steer away from using the term true collectors. I'm going to say collectors. Most collectors that buy Silver Age, Bronze Age, and Golden Age books will open that book and take in consideration the entire book before they purchase it. That's my stand, and that's my point. And my point is they put it on the label for a reason. For a reason. And the fact that if it has white pages, it's a better book overall. That's my point.
It's a different reason, but we will leave it at that.
Okay, agree to disagree.
We'll agree to disagree today.
Yeah.
This is Talk Show 1.
Talk show 1.
All right.
All right, we have other things to do at the moment. TBC, out.